Welcome to Energy is Currency. It is I, Lexi, your favorite entrepreneur, your spiritual advisor, yogi. I'm all things to all people. And I am here with I don't even know how to describe it. It's like my twin. Like if I were a boy, it's like the Beyonce If I Was a Boy song. Like in real life, yeah, I have to do it. You know, in real life version.
In real life.
So introduce yourself.
I'm Uno. I am from St. Louis. I am a serial entrepreneur, hairstylist, musician, songwriter, etc., etc.
Dope.
Just dope.
He really is.
I am.
He is, like I said, if I'm all things to all people, and this is my twin, this is like all things to all people as well. And I really wanted to have you on Energy as Currency because you're one of the few people that I feel like understand the amount of emotional intelligence and emotional growth needed and just like self-discipline needed to be a successful entrepreneur. So let's jump into this who, what, where, when, and how by him. So, like you said, he's from St. Louis. I too am from St. Louis. And you grew up in the hair industry. How long have you been doing hair?
Too long. No. I'm like, no, I've been doing hair since I was, I've been doing hair now 23 years. 23 years, yeah. Since I was in high school.
That's what's up.
Before I even really knew what I was doing.
And tell us about your hair journey. How far has that taken you?
Taking me to greatness. It's let me travel all over the world. It's letting me travel all over the country. It's giving me money. It's giving me freedom. It's giving me everything that I need, honestly.
Yeah, I could definitely say I've had that type of energy with the cosmetology industry. Like just being able to, like the talent of being able to do hair, but the necessity of being able to do hair, like at different locations for different professional events, for creative endeavors, the music industry, the hair industry, red carpets, like celebrities, doctors, whomever your energy is tapped into, the community for what your talent is so important because just whatever you define your skill is, like for us it's been hair, cool. Initially. Don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on us. But
serial entrepreneurs.
Yes, initially. And that has allowed us to explore even our other business efforts, our other business environments, all of the different things that we've been playing around with. So if you learn nothing else from this episode, figure out what your one thing is to just get started. All of the rest of the things that you want to do, they'll start to open up. You just gotta pick a thing and just leap with faith. So why hair for you? Why the cosmetology industry? I'll say that.
I have, honestly speaking, like people ask me all the time, like why, and I honestly have no reason other than I always had like a little interest in doing, well, not an interest in doing hair. I always had an interest in hair. I always experimented with my hair, and I was always fascinated by, the creativity of it, the whole process of it. And then as I got older, my favorite aunt, she started doing hair, and she worked in like this really, really, really popular shop. You remember Whitney and Alvin J's?
Yes.
In St. Louis. So she worked at the Whitney and Alvin J's, and so like.
Was that the one on Delmar?
No, she worked at the one in North County.
I do.
On Hall's Ferry.
I got my hair done there as a kid.
I'm sure everybody did at some point. But yeah, it was so many talented artists in there because aside from cosmetologists, we are artists.
For sure.
No, it was so many talented artists in there, and then of course I saw the money. Everybody was driving fly cars and labels and nice houses and all this stuff, and I'm like,
listen,
I can rock with this. And I love the fact that it was a lot of freedom that came with working for yourself. Even though they were at a salon, it was still like you make your own schedule. You come in when you want to come in. You stay as late as you want. You leave when you want, all that stuff. So that played a big part in me. I can do this.
So I'm laughing because I recorded the first episode not too long ago, right? And that was literally my exact same description for why I started doing hair. I was like, they had nice cars. They was able to do what they wanted to do. They was in and out of town. The labels, the luxury, like the cosmetology.
The luxury lifestyle.
So the cosmetology industry presents this type of glitz and glamour and super sparkle and all you gotta do is curl a couple hairs, but you're gonna be in the middle of Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like type energy.
That's how it's presented.
That's definitely how it's presented. And a lot of people have been able to make a lot of good money off of their talent in this industry. We're going to get into a little bit of that for a second. But I want to ask you this, because I want this to be like a serious question. What does entrepreneurship mean for you?
Freedom.
Bloop.
Freedom. I talk about that all the time. Like, I just love being free. You know, I feel like, no offense to anybody that works 9 to 5s, but sometimes 9 to 5s can be stifling. And working for yourself can be stifling as well. Sure. If you don't have healthy boundaries. But the freedom is the main thing for me. Just aside from just doing hair, just the whole being an entrepreneur is definitely more freedom to me.
Okay. So in all my interviews, especially because it seems like 2021 is just 2020 with a wig on. How did you survive 2020? Tell us what you did last year.
Lived out my dreams. I went on tour. I had so during the pandemic, I sat there like the first month I was just like, I was in denial.
Ooh, okay.
I was in denial. I kept thinking like, okay, this is gonna be over next week. So I really didn't even give myself a chance to like really enjoy like the peace and the still. Not at the beginning, because I just kept saying, okay, I gotta do something. I was getting in the car, driving around, smoking a blunt, anything to just get out of the house, because I just felt like I was going crazy. And then I had that moment of the beginning of 2020. I said I needed to have self-insurance income. So of course, now that I'm not physically doing hair, I'm like, okay, so where's this other stream coming from? So everybody's been asking me about this Perfect Platinum Pixie that I do. Everybody's asking me about this Perfect Platinum Pixie that I do, and I had already had the class in February.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, jam-packed, sold out. And I said, okay, I can do this again, because I already had one planned for June, but of course the pandemic happened, and then I was like, okay, so what now? Because I'm still making this money. I still need to make this money. So I decided, you know what? Since I can't do a big class, I'll do one-on-one. So I started doing one-on-one classes, and then I started doing smaller classes, like, once they kind of opened up everything a little, once they kind of
started cracking the door open.
So I was just doing very small classes, no more than like 10, 12 people, because people still wanted the information. So that's what I did, and every single class sold out. And that's what I did all summer. So I went on tour, my own tour.
Where did we go?
We went to Chicago, we went to LA, we went to DC, we went to New York. Double back
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yes, we went to New Orleans.
Wrapped up in Atlanta. Oh, I also went to Arizona, because I did a few one-on-ones by myself. I went to Philly, Texas. Yeah. So I said all of that. I asked that to say everybody had a different 2020, right? Mm-hmm. And for some, 2020 was the year that, like, I saw a lot of entrepreneurs like, this is the best year that I've ever had.
It was.
Right? And there was a lot of people who was like, I needed a break this year. I needed to step back. For a lot of people, they were in pivot. I was figuring out what I wanted to do this year, and I had to rebuild or whatever. Everybody had a different year. And so, what I know from history, like economically, the people who find solutions during chaos are the people who come out rich. That's how Jeff Bezos did trillionaire. Jay-Z been rapping about billions for a minute. Ain't none of y'all ever rapped about no trillions, okay?
Aim higher.
Listen, if Jeff drop a mixtape today, it's gonna be it's like
trillionaire.
For real. It's gonna be hard. So I'm gonna download it. But my whole point is like, when I realized this, that an entrepreneur's real job, real product is to be a solution, to find solutions, to create new opportunities from problems. been a nice little year for you. If not financially, mentally to get you ready for 2021. Because truth of the matter is we're going to have a good year this year, hopefully. I mean, it's definitely feeling like December 43rd right now.
Well, see, the thing is, too, in my opinion, a lot of people just thought that when January 1, 2021 hit, that everything was just going to reset. It's like, no, that's not how life goes. Like, it's just another year, but it's still a continuum of what's going on. Like, it doesn't stop. Time doesn't stop.
40th. It's December 43rd. And that's okay. The point of the matter is if you were able to experience December 1st and the 31st and it's imaginary 43rd, you still really could be doing something to support
and I did take a lot of downtime. Like, I just changed the whole trajectory of how I did my business in salon, because there's so many people that work in salon owners, hairstylists, that overwork themselves, thinking that they have to overwork themselves to make money, and that's not true.
Absolutely. The conversation is find solutions for your clients. Your solution for your clients and your customers should not always be your physical person. Pandemic taught us that. Flat out. Cool, we here. So then what? How do you reach your customers? What do you give to them? What value are you exchanging? My favorite, Hair by Carmen D, she did a lot of virtual classes, trainings with her clients, where instead of her physical body doing it, she showed them their experience. You know, and she worked it out. Listen,
and that's funny that you say that, because that's what I'm getting ready to do with my clients. Get ready to do a little teaching them how to mold their hair, like at home maintenance, because I'm not working in the shop every single week.
It's just not safe.
It's not safe for one, and it's not necessary.
And it's cold. Now we have COVID-20. We went from COVID-19 and it then spawned into something new. So it's like COVID-20 now. And we really have to be mindful of what we're doing with our physical bodies and interacting. For me, 2021 as a hairstylist is we're shifting the sales. We're shifting out kits. We're doing some subscription services where for my hair loss clients, they never have to worry about where am I going to get my next hair products? Does this store have it? Is this the best items for me? No, it's coming straight to your doorstep. No questions asked. It's straight for you. Like coming up with ways to have digital products where I don't have to have a physical inventory of anything. Then like as business owners, expanding your process beyond being just your talent means connecting with other businesses. So this year I'm connecting with doctors. Like I would love to connect with the general public, but it's safer to deal with with doctors because they're gonna have the expertise, understand the language that I speak, and funnel me into a clientele that needs my services. As a hair loss specialist, I'm going after a specific type of client. And it's important as a business owner, because regardless if you're just selling stuff on Instagram or hustling CDs out your cars, to know your target client, to know your target partnership, to know your target resources. Who are the people I want to work with to keep my costs down, and who do I want to work with to maximize my profits? So you have to really focus on building your relationships, which brings me to this really dope point that I learned from my MBA, right? I love telling this story. I love analogies. So on this show, you're going to get a lot of them. Okay. We're on step 2. I often say, like, listen,
We're already on step 2.
Get over how you feel. Don't make up a story. This is what we're doing. Get present.
This is where we are now.
So, in building your team, then understanding what kind of salesperson you are, there are 4 different types, right? One is the hunter. The second is the farmer. The third is the customer service rep. And the fourth is the radio technician, right? I'm gonna break these people down. So your hunter is that salesperson that's like, oh, we getting this money today. I'm gonna be out here until I make my quota. I don't care who I'm selling it to. You gonna get it, I'm gonna sell it to you fast, hard, quick. I'm getting this money up off you, right? And he's wonderful because you're gonna meet your financial quotas, right? You're gonna get that movement. But it's his aggression that's gonna mess you up. Meaning you're gonna have a lot of like buyer's remorse. You're gonna have a lot of
You're not gonna have a lot of client retention.
You're not gonna have client retention with him because he's only hunting for that day alone. okay? Then you got your farmer. That's the person that's like, all right, I'm gonna give you a couple seeds, a couple clients, whatever. I'm gonna give a couple ideas, a couple products, whatever your thing is. Plant it, nurture it, and let it grow. That's wonderful because this person can take one thing and turn it into $1 million. Cool. Think even in this case, think Jeff Bezos. He just wanted to sell books, and look at what he is, right? Real farming, right? The problem with this person is that person has to weather the season. You don't produce crops all year round.
Nope.
As you can't produce crops in the same soil all year round. You gonna have to turn that land over sometimes, burn some land while you healing some land, while you working some land. Your resources sometimes are gonna take over your expenses because you're nurturing something that needs time to grow. Do you have the patience to hope that your investment turns into what you think it needs to? Because it's a lot of sugarcane crops that never make it to market because bugs get into it, because the fungus get into it, because the bad storm will come and hit it. So as a farmer, you have to understand the ebb and flow and have a tremendous amount of faith in yourself with this product, right? So cool. So your customer service rep is your person that's like, yeah, I'm not really a seller, but you put me at the front desk, I'm gonna make sure the customer comes back.
I can tell them everything they need to know. I'm gonna make them feel comfortable.
100% customer retention. They're not gonna go and get anything else. They ain't hunting, they ain't planting, they ain't pruning. But they will come and water it and say, good morning, little Christopher. Name the trees, name all the plants with different names.
They're good workers.
They're good workers. They're excellent for the farmer. They usually buffer the personality of the hunter. So no matter if you're the first one or the second one, you absolutely need a customer service rep. You need a number 2. That's going to be the person that's going to be like, that customer is good for you, but that customer is great for you. Because they understand that social interaction. And then this is the opposite. This is number 4. That's the radio tech, right? This person speaks a language so specific that it's no use putting them in front of layman's terms. That's the person that's like, all you gotta do is flip the JPEG 200 to the this to that, and then download, flip and plot, and you like, baby, listen.
And make sure the viscosity of the formulation of and everybody's like.
So how much do you want for this? Because that's when I'm checking out. Did you get your invoice? Because I'm about to go. I don't even like how you talk to me. I don't even know kind of what you said to me. So that person is perfect because they're going to keep your business running. They understand what you got going on so specifically that when it comes time for maybe a colder season for your farmer, they understand how to keep the crops warm, or how to innovate the crops, or how to innovate the soil or whatever. Their mind thinks in a way that's expansive and disruptive and specific. Respect their craft because if you piss them off, they also know how to detonate a bomb that you didn't know existed inside of your business. Don't piss them off. I fall into the categories of the farmer and the radio tech. Well, I can be anything to all people. That's real shit. But I can hit that radio tech when it comes to cosmetology. For sure. And business,
I am.
How you feeling? You was giving mad Hunter vibes last year.
I was giving Hunter vibes for a reason.
For real?
I was giving Hunter vibes.
Everybody had a little Hunter.
You had to be a Hunter last year because you didn't know where nothing was coming from. You didn't know when the pandemic was going to be over. You didn't know when you were going to be allowed back into your space, your own space. They're telling you that you can't go into your space or you can't, you're going to get fined.
Listen.
So it was just a matter of hunting and figuring out what it was. And really, my hunting season wasn't even really that long because it was like the hunting was throwing it out there.
Listen.
Throwing the name out there and just marketing.
For real.
So, but then I'm on radio too, but I'm also a customer service. I definitely, she did not with me every day, so I am great with customer service. This is why my clients love me. So, I am great with customer service. When I am dealing with them one-on-one, for sure, I'm definitely great with customer service. But I'm also great with customer service because of the way that my website is designed, there's really not much need for me to do anything.
That's right.
And that's part of customer service. To me, people forget. the way that you get in touch with somebody, that is a part of customer service. Like it's customer relations.
Yes.
So if you have a clear, concise website, it's understood.
Listen.
And then the people that don't get it, they just might not be the customer.
Blue, because we talked about having a target customer. When you define what your target customer is, you get to also say what your target customer is. Ain't, is not, ain't, shouldn't be, won't be, can't be. Because you've established boundaries for yourself.
So my customer service probably isn't great with people who don't resonate with me.
And that's real too. That's
so that might be why you frown, because I definitely have there's a type of client or there's a type of customer that I don't. And that's another thing too. I'm not looking for customers, I like clients. Clients is more retention. Like customers come and go.
That's
so I made client specialists, not customer specialists.
But this brings up another point, because it's like you said, I just threw it out there. And I marketed. You became the face of a product or something, right? Which did phenomenal. Which is globally and now internationally recognized. Let's understand what it is. But you also mentioned that, hey, my customer service is set up so that you can go and learn about what you need online, right? So you had to learn the balance between being a business owner, entrepreneur, and the talent, the face of your business. Mm-hmm. How would you describe that balance?
It's a bit challenging because I'm such an introvert. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like I know I have to get, and I believe that your talent will just speak. A lot of people do I feel like a lot of people do a lot of capping, a lot of talking, a lot of showboating, and look at me, look at what I do. But I actually let the work speak for itself. Right. So now I'm to the point where it's like, okay, you guys know the work, you know the work. Now you can meet the creator. You can meet the creator.
I feel like that because like for years I've been building my businesses and working in my talent and going to school and just building up my credibility. Mm-hmm. And that way when I feel like my perspective was when I'm ready to step into the room, when it's my time to step in, my shit gonna speak for me.
Yeah.
My reputation,
when you come into the room,
because
you come into
solid. Listen, and it's not that I'm just coming into the room to impress. I'm coming into the room as I am. And if you find that impressive and it resonates, then thank you, and ditto, And if not, then also ditto. Thank you.
You.
Like it hasn't changed
Thank you,
anything
next.
Because me being who I am is solid. So I appreciate that point. And it's becoming like I've noticed on different perspectives, even with like super big brands like Kylie Jenner, right? Mm-hmm. Where Kylie had this super big persona, this marketed, put her product out, blah, 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 blah. Everything she just did, right? And all of the marketing substantiated this success. But when they went back and reviewed the numbers, did you hear about that? Kylie was massively over-reporting herself. She was nowhere near billionaire status with her products. And this...
But that's what people believe. What people see, they believe. But what people hear, and they believe too.
So it offended
me.
Misdirection. It offended me so much because it was tet for tet between her and Jay-Z that year of who was going to cash billionaire
first, yep.
And Jay-Z has claimed it, claimed victory over so many times and probably can't report the actual billions. So I just felt like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was a perfect example of like talk is cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because we telling everybody, I'm the billionaire, but meanwhile, the money been in Panama for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's been in Luxembourg for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's okay. Definitely promote yourself. You don't have a choice but to promote yourself. You don't have a choice because at this point we may not be able to physically connect. And if you're really trying to be a billionaire, you need to connect with. You need to be able to duplicate yourself.
And whatever it is that you're doing, like it really has to speak volumes. Like I say, like that's why I was more so concerned with making sure that the product and the technique and everything that needs to be the forefront because when I'm dead and gone. Ain't nobody checking for Hair by Uno no more.
Absolutely.
But they will be still wanting their Perfect Platinum Pixie.
And it's more your talent in being a business owner is how to scale yourself, duplicate your process, get other people to do what you're doing, get paid from other people, build a business that outlives your great-great-great-great-grandchildren. And you cannot do that just off the strength of your skin and bones alone. So it's like, find that balance between promoting yourself and really building a strong business behind it. Something that's like reputable and actually growing.
Build that brand.
Build
that brand. The brand.
How so? Get into that.
I mean, of course, you gotta, to me, of course, the name is always gonna be the first thing. Like, you have to have a name. Whatever your name is, you need to drive that name home. Like, even if you think you're getting on people's nerves. Like, at one point, and I had to take myself out of myself because I'm like,
I love that. That's right.
What?
No, I take myself out of myself.
Oh, yeah, I have to take myself out of myself because I'm like, okay, who cares what you think? Who cares if you think this is excessive? They want it. They need to keep seeing it. The more they see it, the more it's in their face, the more it's thrown at them, they're going to want it more. So you have to take yourself out of yourself.
Yeah. One of my favorite books I read is called Trust-Based Marketing, and it talks about how you have to have an in-out strategy, right? So in order to build a brand where people feel like they can trust it, they need to see it on cars when they drive past. They need to see it in their phones. They need to see it connected to other things. Like, have your name associated with everything, with your iTunes, put someone there, get a Spotify playlist, whatever your brand is doing, tap into as many outlets for visibility as possible, right? To build that trust. And then, I had another thought and I lost it, and that's totally okay. It's just not here anymore. Oh, this is my thought. Boy, Fashion Nova texts me 5 times a day, every day. And guess who cares? Not Fashion Nova. I'll be the one opting out, but they like, shoot, somebody else gonna opt in tomorrow.
Yep.
And they don't care. They got their jeans and they clothes on. Every single person they get, every girl rapper, every boy rapper, every non-binary rapper, it don't matter. If they want to be where their customers are, so they put themselves there also. So especially like for us introverted entrepreneurs, we love the prop of making our business and creating like a solid business, but it's as integral to get out and network and connect yourself to as many things as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super dope. Where can we follow you? How can we learn more about you? What are you doing for 2021?
Hairbywuno.com. Everything will be on hairbywuno.com. As far as education, booking appointments.
Education. Tell us more about education.
There's going to be more Perfect Platinum Pixie seminars. I have one coming up March 21st. It's invite only for now. No, I'm not going to say that. It's invite only. Just because, sometimes, again, you say scale it back. So you have to scale it back some. If too many people learn it, it's not as special. So I want the right people to know how to do it. It's trial and error. The first 2020 was like, anybody that want to learn how to do this, come on, come take the class. And now it's kind of like, okay, now we're doing troubleshooting.
Ooh.
So with troubleshooting, it's like, oh, you got to make sure this person at least knows the basics of hair care, the basics of cutting, the basics of coloring before they trying to take some chemistry and calculus and algebra type stuff with hair.
Yes, for sure. You said virtual classes?
Virtual classes. Hair University will be Hair University is going to be my continued education courses online for hairstylists. I will have a couple of courses for just regular everyday women as well. Hair care, how to keep your hair up, the do's and don'ts, just little things like that. Products, Perfect Pixie products are coming out this year. Finally, shampoo, conditioner, foam, anything that you need for a pixie, we got it for you.
So let's go over that, because we started out talking about 7 streams of revenue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have your salon services.
So you got
your in-classes, right? Your physical classes to business, right? From yourself to other business owners. They have that, which has its own product line, right? Mm-hmm. Then a virtual class for business to business, other business owners and consumers. So that's 5 streams. Then you have your shampoo, conditioning line for retail for your clients. So that's 6 streams.
Within one motherboard.
But take that same energy and apply it to cooking. Okay, you may love cooking, make Sunday dinners, do a weekly food prep, sell recipes, do a little cooking show on live or on OnlyFans or on YouTube or on Patreon, I don't care. Sell a big cookbook for supporter. Get your bread up right before Thanksgiving or summertime barbecue. I don't care, but take one thing that you're passionate about, that you're inspired, that you're naturally connected to, and continue to find ways to expand that. Whereas physical products and digital products are connected to other businesses and their customers, and all of these different ways, because that is how you genuinely scale your business. So, I'll leave you with that. I don't want this show to be super bogged down where it's like, it's too many notes, we like
What else? It's so much.
Okay, so we can find you online where?
Instagram, Hair by Uno, same handle or anything. Instagram is Hair by Uno. My website is hairbyuno.com. On Facebook, facebook.com/Hair by Uno. And I even think I'm like, what else am I on? That's
And you will be able to listen to this episode and all of the episodes of Energy is Currency on the following platforms: on SoundCloud, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. And that's just the beginning of it. And if you want the full-blown razzle dazzle, go to Blush Biz Online. That is my website for all my business consulting, where I help you come up with ways to scale your businesses, to grow your business, help you with digital resources, because I'm getting ahead of myself, and everything you need to be a successful business owner. So until next time, I am Blush O'Hare, soon to be NBA.Lexi.show, and I will catch you soon. Thank you for joining Energy is Currency, and remember, if time is money, then energy absolutely is currency. Bye, y'all.